The Knicks just swept the 76ers. The Lakers are about to get swept. And AJ Dybantsa is going to have a really rough couple of first years. This is Newbie Sports. Well, 76ers, yeah, you got swept. What can you say? Embiid hasn't played a lot in the last couple of years. And you signed him onto this huge extension. That's going to be a hard program to get through. We'll see if they can do it, but it's going to be difficult for them to, sort out the next couple of years with that Joel Embiid extension. Sorry, Philadelphia. Anyways, on to the Knicks. The Knicks are looking really good. They're looking really good. They had a few shaky moments in that first series, but they could win this. They could win it all. They could win all the marbles. And that'd be good for New York for the Knicks to win. I don't know if they're gonna do it. We have a little team coming out of the West called the Thunder, and then the Spurs are not doing very bad either. That they have to get through, and I don't know if they'll get through really either of those teams. If they get to the conference to the finals, but yeah, maybe the Knicks can win it this year. Maybe this is the year the Knicks are gonna win it. But going over to the West Coast, LeBron's current season is gonna end tonight. Not a chance. Not a chance. Maybe by some miracle they win it tonight and they close the sweep. They prevent the sweep. But they're not winning the series. The Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers of 2026, are not going to be the first team in NBA history to overcome a 3-0 deficit. Their season is over. It's just a matter of time. And people are saying, "Oh, should LeBron go back to Cleveland? Should LeBron leave?" I don't know. Maybe he'll go back to Cleveland if they even want him. I mean, he's left there twice now. So Cleveland. If you want LeBron James to come back, I question that. I question that. He's left twice. And I don't think he's going to be the difference maker to bring back a title. I know Cleveland just won their series too. Don't think they're getting past the Knicks. But, yeah. We got to talk about the Spurs now. Wemby might have been getting some difficult no calls. Might have been getting physically, taken on more than is appropriate. He got ejected for a very good reason. And quite frankly, I think he should have been suspended. He's not going to be suspended for Game 5. You can't do that. You just can't do that. Yeah, I don't know what more can be said. Stephen A. made a good point that his coach didn't set him up for success in the press conference interview. He said, well, what else do you expect him to do? You don't want to create a permission structure for ejectionable fouls. You don't want to create a permission structure for those kinds of hard fouls. You shouldn't do it. And I don't think that it was a good idea for coach to make those comments. So, looks like it's going to be Spurs and the Thunder for the West Coast. And we'll see what comes out of the East. But, yeah, it's going to be a pretty interesting rest of the playoffs. Now, going into the postseason, oh my gosh, the number 1 overall draft falling into the Washington Wizards' lap. Utah Jazz. This is why you do not tank. Do not tank. Indianapolis Pacers. This is why you do not tank. I hate tanking. I hate it. It creates a loser's mentality for a maybe that you'll get what you want. The Washington Wizards are going to take AJ Dybantsa number 1 overall, and his career is going to be very short or very hard. I keep referencing Stephen A. His name for the Washington Wizards is basketball purgatory, and I couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. If I was AJ Dybantsa, well, first of all, I wouldn't have declared for the draft this year. Yes, you're going to have a phenomenal NBA career, money-wise, no matter when you go in. I don't know if this was the year to do it. And that's a very controversial opinion, I know. That's a very hot take. You can roast me in the comments all you want. I think AJ should not have declared for the draft this year. And if he goes to the Washington Wizards, maybe he can pull that organization into some level of okayness. But this sure looks like Zach Wilson going to the Jets. This sure looks like Zach Wilson going to the Jets. Awful position. Awful organization, awful position to put AJ in. So going back to if I was AJ Dybantsa, first of all, I wouldn't have declared for the draft anyways. If I was AJ Dybantsa in this situation, I would pull in Eli Manning. I will not play for your team. I will not do it. Do not even consider offering me the position. Do not do it. They're going to sign him. They're going to draft him, and he's going to sign because he's a good kid. He's not going to pull an Eli Manning and say, I refuse to play for you. He should. He should. We'll see what happens. I've been wrong about quite a few things, specifically regarding the NBA. Tanking sucks. Tanking sucks. Tanking is awful. Tanking does not benefit you. Prove me wrong. What team has flipped it around in a year because of tanking? Because of tanking. I can't think of one. I can't think of one. By tanking. Not by getting the number 1 overall pick. By tanking. I'll say it again briefly. When you tank, you create a mentality in your locker room that you are supposed to lose. You cannot turn that around in a season. It is not psychologically possible for you to just flip the script because of one pick. It's ridiculous. Now we're getting to the end of the NBA playoffs and coming up to the NBA draft. We'll see what happens. I sure hope AJ doesn't go to the Wizards. I sure hope not. Yeah. And I'll be praying for him if he does. I have been a little dramatic earlier by saying he'll have a shorter career if he goes to the Wizards. I don't think he's going to find success at the Wizards. I don't. I think it's unreasonable to expect that he could find success at the Wizards. Once again, we'll see what happens. I don't really have very much more to say, but this has been Newbie Sports.